Welcome back to my channel, but if you're new here, my name is Tasha and thank you for tuning in. In today's video, I will be making a shirt with heat transfer vinyl and heat transfer paper, so stick around. So first we're going to start off in Cricut Design Space. I'm going to go ahead and upload the image even though I have it uploaded already. I'm just going to upload it to show you how I did it. I went to my files and grabbed the image that I needed. I don't have to clear out any background because it was already transparent when I bought it from Etsy. Now the image is uploading, and I'm going to go ahead and unlock the image so I can size it the way I want it. And I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this image because I'm going to do a lot of slicing. And now I'm going to click on shapes and grab a square and duplicate it a couple times because I want to cut the word Beetlejuice out, simply because I want the picture to be a print and cut and the word to be just a cut without the print. And I probably could have used one square to cut the whole Beetlejuice out, but a lot of times I accidentally cut my image and I don't want to do that, so I'm just kind of taking my time. And later in the video, I'm going to slice up the actual picture and I'm going to give you more insight on how the slicing method works. Because if you know nothing about slicing, I know you're looking at it like, what the heck is she doing? It looks complicated, but it's actually pretty easy. So here I'm going to create an offset around the picture. I'm going to use 0.125. I'm going to hit apply, and I'm going to go up and make it a cut image and change the color to green. Now you see the offset behind it. I'm going to click on the entire thing, both pieces, and I'm going to go down and hit slice. And it's going to cut the image out of the offset. And I'm going to get rid of the pieces that I don't need. The green offset will be done with HTV and the image will be done with heat transfer vinyl. So I went ahead and hid the offset for now. And now I'm going to grab some more squares because I'm going to do the slicing method again. I'm going to slice each panel off because I want to kind of space them off. I don't want to be limited to the sizes that Cricut is going to allow me to print. So I go ahead and put the square over the images that I don't need for now. And I'm going to click on the whole thing and go down and hit slice. And then remove everything that I don't need. And I'm just going to continue until all of them are sliced out. And y'all, having a Cricut can be so much fun. Once you learn different things, you are never done with learning stuff when you have this. It becomes so fun. Okay, so now I'm done slicing all of them. And I'm just going to line them up because I'm going to place them inside the offset, just so I can make sure it's the correct size that sits in the offset. So here you're going to see me kind of click on all of them so I can align them and make sure they're straight. And now I'm going to place them inside of the offset just to see how they look. But then I realized that's not the size that I wanted the offset to be. So I ended up clearing out all the pictures and brought the offset back. And now I'm going to resize the offset. And now I'm going to bring all the pictures back and place them on the inside. And now I have to resize them so they'll fit correctly inside the offset. And keep in mind, when you're doing a print and cut image, you don't necessarily have to use an offset behind it. I just like to use an offset behind it because it makes it kind of look better. It's just not like the picture just there by itself. It gives it more detail. So now that I have everything sized, I'm gonna go ahead and group the picture along with the offset. And I'm gonna bring in the duplicate of the first image. And I'm just gonna hide this one for now. Now we have more slicing to do. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and grab another square and just cut out the top. I'm gonna select everything together as a group and I'm gonna slice it. And I'm gonna get rid of all of the images that I don't need, including the picture. Because now this is gonna be the HTV. I'm gonna change the color to that one and make it green. And here I'm just sizing it up under the picture. And now here I'm just gonna align the words with the picture. So now I'm gonna select the Beetlejuice and just duplicate it. And I'm gonna make it purple. Because I wanted to say Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. So I'm going to duplicate it again and make that one orange. And now I'm gonna go ahead and hit make, but as you can see, it says the image is too large. So I'm gonna have to ungroup the image from the offset. Okay, so here is everything. The PBD printing paper for dark garments doesn't need to be mirrored. But keep in mind that all heat transfer vinyl needs to be mirrored. So this is me just mirroring all the vinyl pieces. I'm mirroring now so I don't forget later. And here I just clicked on the picture so I can send it to my printer. And I'm using an inkjet printer, you guys. No sublimation, no special inks, no special dyes. A regular printing inkjet machine. I get this question all the time. A regular printer. I'm going to leave the link to the printer and all the materials that I'm using in this video down in the description. And this is the paper that I'm using. It's called PPD printing paper. And as you can see, this is a Canon inkjet. I repeat, inkjet printer. I'm gonna start clocking y'all tea because y'all be on me. Is it a regular printer? Did you use some special ink? No, regular ink. Regular printer. Okay, so so it's kind of sped up. Printing doesn't take long at all. So now I'm just printing the second part of the picture because all the images didn't fit on one piece of paper. Now I'm laying the paper on the Cricut cutting mat. You have to lay this paper according to how it looks on the screen. And when I say you have to lay it on perfectly or it will not cut right. So this is me just kind of laying it down with some tape because I refuse to buy another Cricut mat. I'm going to get one pretty soon because I've cleaned this mat 1,000 times. But so back in Design Space, we're going to click on Printable Iron-On for dark garments. And now over at the Cricut machine, we got the load indicator light. So now we're just going to load the Cricut mat and hit the load button. And now we're going to hit the cut. So now it's just registering the registration marks. When I say this Cricut machine is so neat, this is just so amazing. Every project I do, I just be in awe. So now back over at the desk, we're gonna pull out the weeding tool. So now we're just gonna pull the paper away from what it was cut out. See, created magic. But my cheat butt, I'm gonna show you a better look at it in the next one. Cause this one I gotta save that paper, cause I use a lot of paper for small projects. So this is me just cutting off the little excess white. For some reason I can't get my Cricut to cut exactly on one side. Now here I am just prepping the other printable vinyl. And keep in mind, this is printable vinyl. And now we're going to repeat the steps for this one. I'm going to go ahead and hit the load button. And now we're going to hit the cut button. Now it's just going through the process of checking out the registration marks. And once that process is done, it goes straight into cutting. And it's kind of sped up, so this is not real timing on the cut. Okay, you see my little bracelet I have, it says just start. Why not? Whatever it is, just start. Don't talk about it, just start. Okay, so now you get to see a up close and personal me peeling the paper back. I done screwed up. What is a project if you don't mess up? One thing about it, you're going to always make mistakes in crafting. I don't care who you are. Nobody's perfect. There's always going to be an error or two, whether it's big or small. But one thing about it, a true crafter can always make it work and redeem themselves and fix it. Now moving right along to the HTV, better known as heat transfer vinyl. You always want to lay the shiny part on the mat and leave the mat side facing up. And if you're new to crafting and using a Cricut machine, all of this sounds so difficult and crazy, but I promise you it is so easy. Okay, so here I am again laying down the material with tape. I use masking tape because it's easier to pull up. But notice I put it on the very edge to where it's barely touching it, but it's enough to stick it down. And these are just some clips that I use to hold the vinyl onto the mat. Now over in Cricut Design Space, I'm going to choose the orange cutting mat. And now I'm going to select the custom material, which is everyday iron-on. And by the way, On my actual Cricut machine, I keep my dial on custom cut because it always alerts me to choose what cutting material I want to use. Sometimes I choose to hold the mat while it's cutting. You don't necessarily have to do that. Now I'm going to simply unload the mat and take it over to my table. And now I'm just going to cut off the excess vinyl that I don't need. And now I'm going to roll him up and store him away until the next project. And now I'm going to peel away my wording. Next, I'm going to use my weeding tool to take off all of the unneeded vinyl. Back in Design Space, I'm going to start on the next mat, which is the green one. And I'm just going to repeat the same steps that I did with the orange vinyl. And also, I'm going to repeat it again. Always remember to put the shiny side face down on the mat. And the matte side of the vinyl is facing up. Trust me, in the beginning, I messed up a lot of vinyl because I will forget. Literally, I had to put a sticky note on my Cricut so I wouldn't forget. Now we're going to load the mat into the Cricut machine and hit the cut button. Now I'm getting ready to cut the green mat. Remember, this is the one with the offset and the wording. That's why it's so big. And this one, I'm just going to go ahead and weed it on the mat. Here is an up-close shot of me pulling the vinyl from the backing. I'm not gonna hold you. This vinyl from Tech Wrap peels like butter. It just makes the job much more easier. Okay, this is our final round in Design Space. Last but not least, it's the purple vinyl. With this one, I'm not going to do any talking, so you can just watch. If you're anything like me, I don't usually listen to the sound of a tutorial unless I truly have to. I usually just like to watch and learn. I'm back. Did you miss me? Because I missed you. Okay, let's get back to business. I got all my pieces weeded and cut. Now let's fire up this heat press. We're going to put the heat press on 275 Fahrenheit in 10 seconds. And now I'm just prepping the shirt. I'm going to go ahead and lint roll it to get all the lint and everything off. And now I'm going to preheat the shirt for a couple seconds. Usually I use the 3-finger method or the template that I got from Amazon. And this is me just laying down the HTV to get ready to press it. And now I'm just going to pull out my measuring tape to measure it from the sides of the shirt. And this is my Teflon sheet to protect the HTV from the direct heat. Okay, so this is a cool peel, so I'm going to just let it chill and cool for a minute. Now that it has cooled, I am going to peel the backing off. Now it's time to lay the heat transfer paper inside of the offset. Now this is why I didn't have to mirror the image, because it peels off and you just have to lay it on the garment. And the colors come out looking dull until the heat is applied. So don't worry about how dull the color is looking, because once I press it, it'll have a whole totally different look. And look, it wouldn't be crafting if there was no mistakes made. Child, I done cut off this man's whole head. But guess what? We gonna fix it. Look, I done cut the man's head off. Child. But we gonna get it together. And you know, heat transfer paper have a different time and temperature. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the directions. It says 374 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 seconds. So now we gotta adjust the temperature. So now that it's at the right temperature, I'm gonna lay my parchment paper and press and pray. Cause child, it's always a praying moment with these projects. And I had to wait 30 seconds before I peeled it off. But look, came out very nice. Now you don't even see the man's head cut off or nothing. So on this part, I didn't lay the purple one down because I was going to put it on the back. But then when I looked at it, it really didn't look right. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on the bottom of the shirt and lay some heat transfer tape to lay it down so it won't move out the position that I put it in. And then I had to readjust the time and the temperature. So now I'm just laying the parchment paper down and I'm going to go ahead and press it. And then again, it's a cool peel, so you have to wait till it cool off to peel it. But as you can see, I didn't wait long because I was so anxious to see the shirt. And so now I'm just gonna repress it. Always repress it to kind of seal the deal. And I don't press it for the full length. I just do a couple seconds. Now look, y'all, we got us a Beetlejuice shirt. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. I dare you to say the last one. If you found this video helpful or you just like watching my videos, go ahead and subscribe. Leave me a comment on your thoughts. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.